You know, we have the Naga City People's Council, and that council has representatives in all the standing committees in City Hall. Meaning in everything that we do, there is an unelected NGO representative that sits with us. In the process of governing, you have to make difficult decisions. And I must give you just maybe 2 examples. We passed a local law that raised property taxes in the city. And we did consultations before raising property taxes. The Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry passed a resolution saying, City Hall, go ahead, raise property taxes. Normally, the Chamber will oppose any increase in property taxes. But this time, the Chamber said, go ahead, City Hall, raise property taxes, but calibrate the increases. Because, you know, they do understand that we have gone through the process of telling them that this is the amount of money that we need. And we've gone through a process wherein we agreed as to how much money is needed to maintain or improve the level of services that we're providing. 3 years ago, we raised rental rates at the public market. The Market Vendors Federation passed a resolution saying, City Hall, go ahead, raise rental rates by 200%. How did this came about? This came about because every step of the way, they were involved in determining how much money the public market was earning, what were the improvements that were necessary in order to improve services in the public market, and how much raise in rental rates is necessary in order for us to cover it. Meaning, this certainly exemplifies stakeholder participation because this time it's an obligation. It's not a benefit. Usually, it's easy to have stakeholder participation if you talk of outcomes that will only provide benefits. But this one, it's a process that requires obligations on the part of people who will benefit from the outcome. So I suppose just tells you that the process really delivers better outcomes if the people who will be affected by the outcome are involved.